One of the biggest lies that we've been told about healing is that it's supposed to feel immediately better, calmer, lighter, more functional, more abundant. If it brings immediate relief, it is likely not healing but avoidance or bypass. Real healing, the kind that actually changes your life, often feels first like death. And it's not a metaphor, it's the lived experience of an identity dissolving. So, for example, when a traumatized part of you begins to heal, she does not experience this as being improved. She feels she is ceasing to exist. That part of you only knows the sensations she was trapped in when the trauma was happening: fear or shame or terror, hypervigilance, and all the strategies that she's used to escape those sensations. So, addiction, numbing, distraction, thinking. So, when presence finally meets that part, when you stop running or fixing or bypassing or conceptualizing and you stay, what happens isn't relief at first. It's the panic of experiencing instead of fleeing the trauma, and then the disorientation of entering the void. So, as the identity that formed around surviving starts to dissolve, the nervous system interprets that movement into the unknown as annihilation. This is why healing requires courage and it feels worse before it feels better. And it is why so many of us stop right at the threshold of transformation. What's actually happening is that your identification with a limited 3D self is ending. And that ending is terrifying when you've been taught that this identity is all that you are. The seed doesn't become a plant by upgrading itself, it splits open. The caterpillar doesn't repeat mantras and suddenly become a butterfly, it dissolves. The river does not make a decision to expand, it enters the ocean and ceases to be a river. The spells of patriarchy convince us that we are, number one, only our 3D identity. Number two, death is to be avoided at all costs. Number three, the goddess, the life principle that creates and destroys, is not real. In this way, we are conditioned to seek control, to trust the mind, to avoid surrender. True healing is not self-improvement. It is a loosening of the self. It's a series of deaths that return you to something vast, unknown, and alive. And if this process frightens you, it's because you have been conditioned to forget. We have all been conditioned to forget that we are fundamentally eternal souls and that we are here precisely to transform.